Welcome to the Dallas Standard Open Sideboard. I'm Glenn Jones. I'm joined by Courtney Smith. Welcome to the booth.
Hi. Glad to be here.
You brought your deck up to me just a few moments ago, actually. Leaf through it. Looked pretty interesting. You say you've started the tournament off 2-1.
Yes.
And you're playing a Grixis control deck. We just saw a Creature Light Blue White Red deck take down the Standard Open.
Right.
Frankly, if I'm that Creature Light Blue White Red deck, I'm a little scared of Creature Light Grixis decks. That sounds a little scary to me. Rakdos, Return, Slaughter Games, those are not the kind of cards you want to play your deck against. So yeah, it seems like a reasonable metagame call after that event, and your deck is pretty interesting. Starting off, we have some of the cards that deck implemented. You've got the Turn and Burn. You've got a few Far and Aways complementing them. We saw the power Far and Away at the Pro Tour. Exactly. Obviously, have those removal spells been working out for you? Upgrades on the previous options?
Oh yeah, you get to kill a Geist all day. You get a bounce their 1/1 little dude. Or the best play was they were swinging in with a Geist and a Silverblade Paladin, just bounce, and there's enchantments everywhere on it. So it's just like 4 cards for that one card.
Yeah, Far and Away is definitely a nice one. The card that I am actually most interested in, or I should say cards, we had a pretty strong showing for Aristocrats yesterday.
Right.
And it's all over the top tables today, actually. I don't know if you've walked down the row. I've seen at least 10 people or something playing it on Undefeated right now. And you have some cards that are very good against them. They're good against other people too, but you've got main deck 2 is its Static Casters. That in and of itself, really obnoxious.
It's really good. It was either this or Augur, but I don't really play enough instants or sorceries to hit Augur. And it's still an 0/3 and it's still 1 damage. So it blocks all day. It just kills Lingering Soul.
It's very good at that. It also complements Staff of Nin nicely. Lets you upgrade to be able to ping down 2 toughness guys.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever been an Aristocrats player playing against a Staff of Nin. I have. It sucks. It's the worst. Really nightmare card.
Right.
And complementing those, you have a little Jace Architect of Thought, actually.
Right. Well, it's Grixis, so we don't get Sphinx's Revelation, so there has to be more card draw. And Think Twice's and Desperate Ravings are fine, but you just have to be able to dig more. So that's what Jace and Staff are there for as well.
Yeah, I really like Jace. Staff, I was a little concerned about its place in the metagame once Putrefy came out. Right. All of a sudden, Jund just has this card that randomly kills it every now and again.
This is true. And my matchup against Jund is probably a little iffy, but I can win with Planeswalkers.
Sure. Another Planeswalker you have is Ralzeric.
Right.
He's very good with these. Is it Static Casters and Staff of Nin as well?
I get to do a free bolt by going up on them.
Yep. So. You can hit 4 by neg-2ing, or you can 2 or even maybe 3 if you've got another one out with the +1. So it really gives you a lot of flexibility. I think I like it a lot. Also, kind of has some interactions with this guy, Master of Cruelties.
Right, and that's the whole reason why I put Ral in here, because of Master of Cruelties. You get, he's a great blocker. He just blocks for days, and then if they have one creature on the field, it's just an abyss. It's just going to kill it. They have to block because the deck plays pillars and burn and all these other little pinging things. So they just have to block anytime you swing with it or kill it.
Obviously, it's a real tough spot for the opponent if you have a Ralzeric in play as well. Obviously, they have to block. If they do, you're just going to untap your guy. You have a sweet blocker. If they don't, they're dead.
Right.
So.
And if they only have one guy and have a Ral on board,
that's generally a good spot. Yeah.
So,
All right. You've moved on to the Aetherlings as well. I saw you had one Olivia, which used to be like the go-to Grixis guy. Some people start playing like Duskmantle Seer, and that's a very different deck, I think.
Yeah. I would kill myself with it.
Right. And Olivia has kind of moved off on the Grixis scale, and you have these Aetherlings, which I think might be the new face of Control. They let you do a lot of different things in a lot of different matchups, and you're pairing them with Cavern of Souls, which seems like a great route to the win condition.
In the mirror, you have to be able to get your Aetherling on board, and the only way to kill an Aetherling is to counter it, more or less. Or if they have 8 removal spells, and it's like, okay. Yeah. And then you're like, I'll take that trade.
Also not so bad. So you've got access to 2 Aetherlings, you've got the Caverns to force them through. I personally really like that. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that more in the future. You can race a lot of decks with an Aetherling. We've seen it race red-green aggro. It can race down Reanimator's Angel Serenity. It's just an incredibly powerful spell at this point.
Really powerful. I like it a lot.
Would you assume that's your primary win? Do you get most of them off Aetherling, or does Master of Cruelties?
It's been a lot of different ways. It attacks from different angles. The Aetherling is clearly how I want to win the control matchup, because the Masters, they're going to die. But a lot of times it's I'll take extra turns with a Snapcaster Mage and kill him. It's just and Master against it's if I just wear them out, Masters are going to get them. And there's a Cameo on the board. I can Cameo them out. I mean, it does rely a lot on sometimes you have to protect the planeswalkers, but that's what the deck is.
Yeah, you've got that core element of good quality removal spells and Snapcaster Mages that we're used to seeing from various blue decks.
Right.
And really, you've just changed your top ends a lot,
Yeah.
and working out okay.
Yep.
Your sideboard seemed like, some pretty standard stuff, I think, for the Grixis colors. Some Liliana, some Edicts, some Duresses, nothing too surprising.
Yeah, just standard sideboard stuff.
Got a pair of Notion Thieves, though,
Notion
for those
Thieves.
blue-white matchups, I imagine.
Right.
Have you gotten anyone yet?
Haven't played any card drawing decks yet. So, not today anyways, but I'm hoping for it. Or, I'm really hoping for the guy that plays Jund and played Garrick and just draw. I'm going to draw 5 cards. Hold on. Yeah, I have a response. Man, that sounds dirty. We know the viewers on SCG Live love themselves a good Notion Thief, so we're hoping to get some of that ourselves. Well, Courtney, thank you for joining me. Appreciate the inside look at your archetype. Thank you.
Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.